Hey, check, check, check. All right. Here we are. Um, Grace's boyfriend chimed in on the live stream or for the premiere and gave us some really interesting, helpful insight, good information. I copied and pasted what he said. I was talking about how Grace seemed to lose the key for about 5 or 6 seconds when the arrangement and everything got really big. And he commented in there and said, in case you didn't know, Grace suffers from, I don't know how to pronounce this, Erlin's syndrome, a neurological condition that, when placed under stress, severely impacts her hearing. She also has vestibular migraine syndrome that affects her inner ear. So, with in ears, which is the monitor system that they have, um, so with in ears, it's often less helpful. Unfortunately, the producer said they aren't allowed to take out their in ears because there's no monitors to hear them. And what that means is if you take your in ears out, you don't hear anything. You'll hear the house sound, but there's no monitors, there's no speakers coming back out at you. Um, that's tough. That's definitely, I'm sure that's something that she's dealt with and handled for a long time. But that is tough stuff, and I hate to hear that. Um, it'll be interesting to see her. I mean, she already has overcome it in a lot of ways on the show, but that does make sense, and especially in that moment, because it was as if she lost hearing completely and kind of lost track in that. What's up, everybody? As people start coming in. What's up, Dasher, Dandy, Aaron? You guys, any questions? Anything you guys want to discuss? Now's the time to do it. We are here for it. I'll be on here for about 15 minutes because look how messy this is. If you want to know, this time for the video, I took the mic thing, and then a Natalie Grant. Whoa, Delilah! Hunter isn't as pretty as you. Thank you so much, Delilah, with the $50 super chat to start it off. Thank you so much, Delilah. Very kind of you. Wow. Um. Anyway, this is a album package, care package from Natalie Grant, and a mic thing that I put on my desk. And ooh, what's happening? Oh, Lord. And then I use this thing, put it on top, camera, bop, put it up myself. That's how I do the videos. And I still have these. So that's what that is. Willie, my latest thoughts on Willie. Great. I think he's wonderful. I think he's great. I'm just interested to see more of him. And I say that, but we've heard a lot of him already, and we are in high regards. But someone said this in the premiere chat, but there really is something special about Hunter, because they were saying that he's the only person that when they start the show, they're looking forward to his performance and can't wait to see what he's going to do. And that is something so special, where you're not just an observer who's watching the show and so comes up like neutral, like, all right, well, what happens? Are they going to hit it or miss? And you don't know what's going to happen. And then there are the people that are going to kill it. And you can't wait for them to come. And they come and they kill it every single time. Hunter's that guy for sure. I think he's going to win. It's so hard to know. He could get cut next week. Like, I have no idea. But if I have a pick to win it, as far as a prediction, he's my prediction right now. I'm sure you'll talk about your reactions, but curious what you thought about Cassandra. Yeah. And Cassandra, uh yeah, I think she got too excited. I think she put her emotion ahead of her voice, as far as your voice leads, and that's the most important thing, is how you doing vocally. The emotion comes with that or behind it, but never emotion first, and then you're trying to keep up. It reminds me of in football we had the ropes where you've probably seen this in movies where you've got like rope here, rope here, rope here, and then ropes along this little squares that you have to like put your feet in and run through. The people who let their center of gravity, their body, get ahead of their feet would fall down and they'd trip on the ropes. The people who only focus on their feet hitting as fast as possible, knowing that when your feet are hitting as fast as possible and that's what you're focused on, accuracy and hitting the spots, your body, your center of gravity is going to come across as well, instead of just trying to throw your center of gravity first. It's the same thing with emotion and singing, is you've got to focus on the craft, on the technique, and the agility of your feet. You got to hit the spots first. Everything else will come. But the people who do the emotion first, get caught up there. They're the ones that kind of throw their body forward and hope that their feet find a place to land. And I think that's a lot of contestants have got caught up on that. And I think Cassandra got a little caught up in that this time. Clark, I've been a massive fan of you and Tori Kelly. I can't imagine you two sing together. That's funny. I would love for that to happen. I actually wrote a song as a duet with Tori Kelly in mind, and I'm hoping that will come to fruition at some point. You guys hit her up. Just bother her on her Instagram. Just start. Oh my gosh, please sing with Clark Beckham. Just light her up. That's the best thing you can do. Terry He'd nail anything by Ben Platt. Totally agree. Yep. I hope Bean does that window song from Dear Evan Hansen. Oh man, might be too on the nose, might be too like all the way musical theater, but Ben Platt does have a full album out and he's going to do great with that stuff. But obviously, you can't copy him necessarily. Maybe he can. I don't know. I reached out to encourage Hunter and recorded a voice message in response. Just a solid young man. That's good to hear. That is good to hear. What advice would you give contestants as they start to navigate the themed weeks? Well, my advice would be I hope you've already prepared a bunch of arrangements. Um, because when I went in, my after my audition, the advice that was given to me is learn a bunch of songs. One guy just said, learn a song a week. Learn a song and arrange it as if you're going to do it on Idol every single week from now till you're on. And that was like a 3 or 4 month time period. And I did that. And so by the time I actually was on themed weeks, I had about 3 or 4 options every single week, no matter what the theme was, whether it was a repeating theme or not. And they did give us a big list of themes. And then we were supposed to write down our song choices, our top 5 song choices, potentially for each theme. And that was way in advance, like maybe top 48, and we did that. So I was very prepared, and my advice was I hope you have a lot of songs you already have prepared, because you don't want to get a theme and be like, shoot, I don't know any songs that have to go with that theme. Let's learn something new in 2 days and present it to the producers, and then take it to rehearsals and then do it. $20 from mom. Thank you. Super chat. Um, I'm trying to read through everybody. If you do a super chat, I'm obviously going to see yours first, and we'll definitely do that. Any donation, what's what a super chat is? It's the little dollar sign. Excuse me, dollar sign underneath where you type. It's very much appreciated. It always helps me. Um, it always helps me explain to Chanley why I was gone upstairs when she has dinner ready. If I say, "Well, I made $100. I made, da da da. We made money, and this is why I do it." So I don't make money from the videos themselves. The only way I can make money is super chat and memberships, which are $5 a month to be a Groove Crew member. So that is just a quick explanation of super chat. Thank you, mom. Um, Anything helps and is very appreciated. Um, Hope you're well. Thank you, Clay. Do you think Madison is a potential dark horse? I don't know. I don't know because she seems so underrated to me. There's something for some reason that people aren't like latching onto her like I think they should. And I don't know what it is necessarily, but she has been killing it lately and not getting the love that she deserves, in my opinion. Willie's performance of Diamonds made me. I lost it. Where'd it go? Performance of Diamonds made me immediately flash back to La Portia. Yeah, yeah, same, very similar. It's a good point. Um, Maybe for the final five or three contestants, you do an individual video of each of them, giving an explanation and critique of each contestant about their idol journey and how they got to where they are. It's a good thought. Thank you, Sam. Um, Truly, I appreciate the feedback. And also, I wanted to say this in the live in the premiere, but it got cut to Sam. Um, it's also hard when there's 16 singers for 2 episodes in a row. I'm trying to keep the videos below 30 minutes. This one was 25 minutes. That's still a long time. Most people aren't, they don't have time to sit down and watch like a 30-minute, 40-minute thing. Yo, we have Brother Eden. Always appreciate your patience, insight, and measured grace. Thank you, man. Hey, we got another Meg. Thank you. You're my favorite idol contestant of all time. That means a lot. Thank you so much, Meg and Brother Eden and Mom. Um, Thank you guys so much. And Delilah kicking it off. That means a lot. Thank you so much. All members here. All members. Um, Thank you. That means a lot. Saying what I was saying is the top 16, there's 16 performances and there's so much to talk about. And some, honestly, some contestants, I just don't have much to say. They get done and I'm just like, okay. And so I don't have a lot, but it definitely is going to free me up when we get down to um, fewer contestants because typically I've only had 10 to 12 performances to critique. Now for these past 2 episodes, I've had 16, which is a lot. Um, and then for the top 12, when they had the duet, I had basically 24 for 2 nights in a row. So it'll definitely get better once we have less contestants. Um, Thoughts on the fairness of bringing back old contestants? I'm down. I'm down. As a performer, as a competitor, I don't care. As a contestant, I don't care who you bring. You can bring on all the winners of the other shows. I don't care. Bring on whoever you want. I'm here to take everybody down. That's the mentality that you need to have as a contestant, as a competitor, and I'm down. I'm down. I can see how some might get salty if they're like, "Well, shoot, I thought I was the front runner and the best person here. And now that you add so and so from last season, I'm no longer that person. And if they got voted out and that person ended up winning, I could see, especially if one of the people from last season get on and win, woo, I could see how that could be upsetting for some contestants. But you're a competitor and you're on American Idol and it's their show, they can do whatever they want. They could cut you for no reason if they wanted to. Um, they'd have to they couldn't hide it and say America cut you, but they could take you off the show at any point for any reason they want. They can do anything. It's their show, and you signed on to it. So you're in a competition, and they make the rules. So that's my attitude towards it. You're not only a great. What happened? Did something else happen? Sorry, my thing chat jumped. Oh, I got 60 seconds. Whew. Not only a great singer, but also made crew critiques, which is interesting. I haven't found anyone else doing it. Thank you, Sam. Flying through. Any insight on why Wyatt left? I don't know. He made an Instagram post that it was a personal reason, so makes me think that something happened. Maybe back home. I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't had any information from anybody. And for the record, if I do find out why, I'm not going to be the person to announce it or say it publicly until he says it publicly, especially if it's a personal reason. Um, then he obviously has reason to keep it under wraps, or I want him to be in total control of what comes out. So if I do find something out that the public doesn't know, I'm not going to be telling it um, on here. I'm gonna respect his privacy and what and how he wants to handle it. Okay, thank you guys so much. Thoughts on The Voice in comparison to Idol? Okay, well let me leave you with this. The Voice had American. Let's see. The Voice has been kind of the forerunner of the super fluffy judges. And when I mean fluffy judges, I mean they say there's no real hard critique. Everyone's like, you're incredible. No matter what happens, they say everybody's incredible when they sing. The fluffy comments, I should say, without tough critique. The Voice started that. American Idol followed. Because what happened, the Voice started doing that. And then American Idol had Harry Connick Jr. And he would tell you when you were bad. And then the general public would hear Adam Levine tell a voice contestant, "You're unbelievable. This is incredible." And then they'd hear Harry Connick Jr. tell an American Idol contestant, "Hey, um, your pitch is off," or whatever. And then they would say, "Oh, well, man, I guess The Voice has better singers than American Idol," which is absolutely not the case. Never has been the case. So there have been some freakishly good singers on The Voice, though. But overall, for season to season, I wouldn't say The Voice has necessarily better singers. I would say the coaches on The Voice have always said nothing but praises. Now American Idol's copying that because of that reason. The Voice were also the first people to really heavily tune and produce vocals in battle rounds for the winner of that battle round and not the loser, so that everybody would root for the same person. Called that out. That was bad. American Idol is starting to produce the voices, not necessarily like The Voice did, where you'd hear a battle round and the winner of that battle round, I could tell you who it was because I could just whoever they tuned and produced gave them nice reverb and all this stuff and EQ. That would be the winner of the battle round every time. Um, I don't have time to watch any other show, the American Idol. This takes probably 30 hours a week just in doing these two videos and the live streams and the editing and the blah blah blah. There's no way I could do another show. Um, but those are my thoughts. And these have based on there's comments don't have anything. Okay, I gotta go. I got vegetable fajitas downstairs. Love you all. Have a great day.